Hey there, Slideways. So thanks for attaching the part here. Looks like you found it out, but I'll go through this with you a little bit and show you a better way. Um, so you got this part here. This is the origin, so all the axes come in to one spot. So if you look at the origin, that's where all the planes converge and all the axes converge into a center point. So best practice would be to always have the center of your part go through that spot. Right now, it shows here you have 8 dimensions needed. You could show your degrees of freedom, and it goes all over the place. So what we're going to do real quick is take this point and put it on the center, and it goes into place. So now there's 6 dimensions needed, so it's still going all over the place. Looks like we still need to control this dimension. Now, you put a center line here. Now, a center line is what you actually want the part to revolve around. So think of it like uh, a lathe or pretty much anything that spins. It's got a center axis that spins around it. So if you want a hole in the middle, you're going to have to revolve around that hole. I don't think that this is your center axis. I don't think you want it to revolve around like this. I don't think that's what you're looking for. Because that's the axis. See how it's dotted? It automatically finds that center line. So from the pictures, I think what you want is instead of making those center, you want to have a line in the middle like this, and then that would be the center line. So then it would revolve around. Because then you would just say, I want this half around this axis, and that gets you the revolution. Now, furthermore, you're doing double the duty if you know it's going to be a 360-degree revolution. So if we just trim off pretty much everything on this side and just get rid of it, I'll show you why. So pretty much we have half of it. So it's going to revolve all the way around. So as long as we have a closed profile going around here, we don't need the other side. So if we dimension here, so we're at 3, and looks like we have some degrees of freedom from right here to there. So when we have the center line, it'll pull up a diameter, which gives you that. So if it were not a center line and you dimension from outside to outside, it only gives you a straight linear dimension. So once you have it set to a center line, then it will and then give you the diameter. So let's go ahead and dimension some of these things again. It already exists, okay. And if we dimension out to there, that's our overall outside dimension. So I don't know if this matters, but so then you can kind of drag it and see what happens. So where's this going? This one. So this one basically puts them in line, so it's completely tangent and smooth. So now we have a fully constrained sketch, so that way we can revolve it around. Now, you could just revolve it and then put a hole in the center so it goes through it. But if you wanted to, let's just draw a line like so. Then we can trim this. And you'll notice that now it has more degrees of freedom. So this can go up and down, and this can go. So now we basically need to redefine those. So if we use this command, where we have this line will always be on that point. Now the freedom goes away. Same thing down here. This line can go onto that point. Now it goes away. So now it looks like we have one dimension needed, and now we don't know where it is. So if we right click, show all degrees of freedom, oh, looks like this line can still move around. That's our center hole. So if we dimension it, now you see this diameter comes up. So let's say our center hole wants to be 0.375. So now we have our fully constrained sketch, and we have our center hole. Finish our sketch. So now when we revolve it, it automatically grabs it. So if we were going to do this by a manual selection, we would do our revolve. So there's only one profile to select. So here it is. It automatically selects it if there's one profile, and if there's only one axis, it automatically select that. So if we select here, and then our axis would be the center line, and we hit OK. So then we get our hole in the center, and it goes around. So hopefully that gets you going and explains how a revolve works. If you wanted to, like they were saying before, if you extend these to there, finish your sketch, now the hole's gone. You can create a sketch on the top, create a circle at your 375, finish your sketch, and simply do an extrude as a cut through all. That'll go all the way through, and there you go. So it just depends on kind of how you want to do it, and if you want multiple steps or if the hole's going to change, things like that. Also, instead of doing that, you could put a point on the top, finish your sketch, then go over here and use the hole command. It'll automatically find the point. So that way you can do different features. You can say, okay, I want that. So if we have this one at 1, you can make a big one. You can, so just kind of depends on what you want to do. And you can turn on your wireframe if you wanted to see what's kind of going on. And there you go. So hopefully that gets you going. If you have any questions in the future, let us know. Record a screencast, attach the parts,